Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Mushidah binti Mukhtar. I'm an engineering student from UiTM Dengkil. So today, I would like to teach you guys on how to use Google Sheets. So we have a problem here, which is Aurora, as the secretary of 5 Angsana, is in charge of filling in her classmates' mark with their total, percentage and grades using Google Sheets and need to be submitted to the respective teacher as soon as possible. She has no idea on how to use Google Sheets as she has not used it before. You need to guide her to complete her task based on the following data. So we have a few data here, which is the student's name, the marks for paper 1, and the marks for paper 2. And this below here, we have the range and the grade to determine the total of these marks. So the first thing we need to do is go to Google Sheets and click blank. Okay, and it will look like this. This is what we call as column A, B, C, D, and so on. And this is what we call as row 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So the first step, click at A2, okay, and type number and O. Then go to B2 cell and type name. Next, for C2 cell, type paper 2, paper 1. Go to D2 cell and type paper 2 and go to E2 cell, type total. For F2 cell, type percentage, and for G2 cell, type grade. Okay. So at here we will number the student according to according to number of students. So there are 15 students here. So we will number it from 1 to 15. So instead of number it manually, we can automatically number it by these steps. First, type 1 at A3, then type 2 at A4. Okay, then select these two data set and click the small blue box here, blue box here, and drag it until A17. Yeah, as you can see, it automatically number from 1 to 15. Okay, now I want to make it more nicer. So I will select A2 cell until until G2 cell and choose and click at horizontal align and choose center. Then as you can see, it will be in center. Same goes to A3 cell until A17 cell. I want to make it in the middle. So I choose A3, the data set A3 until A17 cell and go to horizontal align and click center. Okay, so I want to make the A column become smaller. So what we need to do is click the line between A and B column at the up here and move. If you want to make it smaller, move it to the left, or if you want to make it bigger, we will move it to the left, to the right. So for me, I want to make this column smaller, so I move it to the right, to the left, sorry, like this. Okay, and for B column, I want to make it bigger because the student's name might be long. Okay, so click here and bring it to the right, like this. Okay, so as you can see, the B column will become bigger, like this. So for the next step, we will insert the data given here, which is the name, paper 1 and paper 2 in this column, in this three column, which is column B, C, and D. Okay. So as you can see, I've inserted the data that given here into these three columns. So the next step is we will total up these three marks which is 45 plus 78. So instead of calculating it manually, we can use a calculation provided in Google Sheet to calculate it automatically. So how to do it? Okay, so first thing first, to do calculation, we must include equal. Okay, so we want to we want the sum of 45 plus 78. So the 45 is in the cell C3. So type here C3 plus 78, which is in cell D3. So type D3 and click here. Yeah, as you can see, it shows the sum of 45 plus 78 here. So continue for E4 cell. Okay, so as usual, first thing first, include the equal sign, then 52, which is in C4 cell, C4 plus 64 is in D4 cell, plus D4, then enter. So you can see that it shows the sum of 52 plus 64. And instead of using the uh, same calculation for below here, we can automatically calculate by select these two data set, then click a small box here, then and drag it down until E17. Yeah, as you can see, this is the sum of its own rows. Okay, so let's look at this. So as you can see, this is C7, which is 56, D plus D7, which is 55 here. So okay. So this is the first calculation. Okay. So for percentage, we will use the total and divided by the sum of marks for paper 1 plus paper 2. Okay, sorry. I forgot to insert how many marks that consists in paper 1, which is it is 80 marks, and for paper 2, it. So for the total, we will use 123 divided by 100 plus 80, which is 180, and times with 100. Okay, instead of typing 123, we can type E3. Okay, first thing first, to do calculation, we must include equal. Okay, and open bracket, type E3. Okay, which is okay. If you can see, it shows here it is E3 is 1, 2, 3. Okay, divided, which is this symbol. We use this symbol as divided. Um, divided with 180, close bracket, and for multiplication we use this symbol. Yeah, as you can see, this symbol times with 100. Okay, so as you can see, it shows the the answer for the answer for this calculation. Okay, so instead of doing it manually, we can select the data set here, click the small box here, and drag it down until F17. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the answer for each calculation for the total here. Okay, we can reduce the number of decimal here by selecting the data set from F3 until F17 and go to decrease decimal places at here and click several times until the number of decimal places that you want. As for me, I don't want any decimal places as I want a whole number. So we click several times and it will be like this. Okay, so I want to make it nicer. So I'll go to horizontal alignment and click center. Okay, it will be like this. So for the next step, we will put the range, the range data and grade at here, so that we can easily refer when we are doing the grading here. So click at I2 and type range, while in J2 type grade, and I want to make it nicer. Click the dataset from I2 until J2 and choose horizontal align and put it in center. Then below here, you can insert the data from here to here. Okay. So as you can see here, I've inserted the data from here to here. Okay, so the next step, we will determine the grade by using the if function that provide in Google Sheet. So how to use it? Okay, I will teach you. So I think this board is too small for our equation. So I think I will use this add function here. So first thing first, I've told you before that when we are making calculation or function, we must include equal. Okay, so for if function is used to determine the percentage here, whether it is a minus, a plus, or a solid at here. Okay, so we will use if function. How to use the function? Okay, first put equal and type if, and choose the if given here. Then type f. Okay, f68 is in f3. So type f3. Then if f3 is bigger than or equal to the range here 90, and put the apostrophe here, then the grade will be A plus. So if we put here A plus, so an apostrophe, then comma, type if again. Okay, if, select if here, then with the same equation, f3 f3 is bigger than or equal to 80. So comma, it will give us A, then apostrophe, comma, if, click here, f3 is bigger than or equal to 70, comma, then it will give us A minus, apostrophe, then comma again, type if, choose here, then f3 is bigger than or equal to 65, comma, apostrophe, it will give us grade B plus, B plus, then apostrophe, comma again, if, choose here, then 60 is bigger than or equal to if f3 is bigger than or equal to 60, then it will give us B, then apostrophe again, comma, if, then select here, if f3 is bigger than or equal to 55, then the grade will be C plus, and apostrophe, comma again, if, then the f3 is bigger than or equal to 50, then the grade will be C, apostrophe, then comma, if, then f3 is bigger than or equal to 40, then the grade will be D, comma, if f3 is bigger than or equal to 30, then the grade will be E, then comma again, if, choose here, then f3 is bigger than or equal to 0, comma, then the grade will be F. Okay, so as you can see here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of open bracket, so we need to have 10 close bracket. So put 10 here. Put 10 close bracket here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then press enter, and yeah, you got your grade here. So instead of do the same calculation that I think this is really long, we can choose the cell here and click at the right bottom here at the small box and click and drag it until G17. So it will give the grade automatically here. Okay, so I think I want to make it in the middle. So I click at horizontal line and choose center, and it will be like this. So next, I want to, this total is not in the middle, so I want to make it in the middle. Okay, choose it here and then put center. Alright, like this. Okay, so next I want to make it in the box. So I click here A2 until G17. Then I go to borders and click all borders like this. Okay. Same goes to range and grade. I want to make it in the box. So I choose range. I choose the data set from I2 until J12. Then I go to borders and choose all borders. Okay. So next, I think it is not um perfect without a title. So I want to put a title here. So I'll put my title here, which is final examination result. So result of 5 Angsana in bracket and additional mathematics close bracket. So I want to merge this cell so that there is no line here, here, and here. So how we can do it? Select A1 cell until G1 cell, go to format, merge cells, and merge horizontally. And to make it more nicer, go to horizontal align and choose center. Then it will be like this. I think that's all from me. I hope that you can benefit what I'm teaching today, and I hope that this is really helps you in future. Um, Thank you and Assalamualaikum.